Welcome to the Flame Central podcast, powered by Alcova Mortgage. Happy Father's Day. Happy belated Father's Day. Tell me that I know I give them a hard time. They give me a hard time, but happy Father's Day to two amazing fathers.
We are amazing dads.
Oh my gosh.
I can't lie to you.
Yeah. What did you guys do for Father's Day?
Well, I was in Williamsburg, and Maurice had a lacrosse tournament, so we did the lacrosse tournament, and then drove back home yesterday afternoon, and then went down to Nana and Papa's and had we got Papa a Blackstone for his Father's Day gift.
Great.
That's a grill, right?
Yeah. So he fired up that. We had corn and potatoes and chicken and the whole dog and pony show. And then Dina got me beach time, one of them Arctic coolers. Okay. And then they got these new shoes. They're called recovery shoes.
Wait. Are you replacing your slip-on Skechers?
Yeah.
Well, they're for after.
He wears these to the stretching place.
Okay,
you know?
If you go to the stretching place, or you get hard, they're recovery shoes. They're good though. So so I got good little present. How about you, Matt?
Went to the pool for a little bit.
Did you?
After church, and then went home, grilled up some steaks, mashed potatoes and gravy, the whole deal, and just ate ourselves into a coma, and then
that's the best way to do it. Hey, did you guys see the Father's Day video that we did for the surprise football coaches?
Yes.
So
I almost got a little emotional.
Did you?
I got a little emotional.
Those weights kids will get you.
Kids.
Yeah.
You know, I know Paulo well because I coached Paulo in lacrosse.
Yeah, I know.
So
Reese almost knocked him cold with a lacrosse ball one time.
Dude.
You told that story on the podcast.
I did, right off his head. First time they ever met.
Yeah.
Since you guys are such great and amazing dads, we actually have something for you.
Stop.
A little belated surprise. Matt, you can look here.
Oh, no.
Joe, you can look here. I'll kind of scoot out of the way.
What?
Doug, do we got the volume? Volume's good. All right, Ken?
What's up, Dad? Happy Father's Day. Hope you're having a great day. Miss you. Looking forward to seeing you here soon. They asked us to do this kind of video, describing different things about you.
What Father's Day means to me is that they get to celebrate my dad and enjoy being with him.
Father's Day for me is a great day to celebrate all the dads out there who have done a great job providing for their families and raising up kids and taking care of them and doing it the right way.
How would you describe your dad? I would describe my dad as fun, loving, enthusiastic, just overall super cool person.
I would describe my dad as funny and energetic.
Funny, athletic, strong, and kind.
Funny and encouraging. I would describe my dad as fun.
I would describe my dad as a very likable individual who can pretty much get along with anybody in the room at any given time. And he cares a lot about people. He's funny and typically always in a good mood, unless it's Sunday and he starts doing chores or something.
I'm sure Ben and Gracie and Reese are sending in videos about how loving and funny and caring and all of those things you are, which yes, you are, but I've always been a straight shooter in the family. So not going to stop now. The first few words that came to mind when considering that question for me were cocky, arrogant, prideful, overrated even.
Overrated!
It gets talked about enough with you. Exhibit A, your whole pickleball thing.
How would I describe my dad is he's fun to be with, because he's trustworthy.
Yeah, you're a good, decent pickleball player, but you're not all that you hype yourself up to be, at least from what I've seen. I'm not around all that much anymore.
He doesn't care what anyone thinks about him. He's going to be the only guy dancing in the football stadium.
Yeah.
He is never afraid to try something new. So he's just super fun to be around.
What I love doing with my dad is going out on dates.
Play pickleball outside, swim in the pool, play basketball, and shoot lacrosse.
Playing pickleball or shooting basketball, not playing one-on-one anymore. You're getting a little too slow and old for that. So we'll stick to the shooting competitions, keep it inside the three-point line so you can get it to the rim.
Getting on dates with him.
Singing Taylor Swift songs in the car.
Oh, there you go.
Going to work out and getting smoothies after. And Christmas shopping for my mom and then getting Chick-fil-A.
Playing basketball. Playing baseball.
My favorite thing to do with my dad is go to see football games, and hopefully it's a nighttime kickoff and we can hang out on Franklin Street for a little while before going to the game.
Why do I look up to my dad? My dad has always been my #1 fan, whether it was gymnastics meets when I was 10 years old or screaming for me at pole vault meets in high school and college, and then now just encouraging me to try new things and take risks and travel and go new places. And I just hope that one day I can be like that as a parent.
What makes my dad special is that he loves God, that he loves the Chiefs.
I look up to my dad because he's taught me a lot about work ethic, and starting to kind of apply it to what I'm doing now with work, and just watching him, you know, how hard he's worked and working for yourself.
Why do you look up to your dad?
Because he's taller than me.
Yes, that's good.
Because he's a really good example and is always nice to me.
You know, you've had a huge impact on my life and instilling confidence and mindset and different things inside of me.
Why I look up to my dad is because he's fun and funny. Because he's a hard worker and is a good provider.
You take care of those around you, and I know I wouldn't be where I am today if it wasn't for you and the impact that you've had on me, and I think that's what makes you special. You love those who are close with you, and you're willing to do anything for them.
To me, Father's Day is just a reminder that Joe Jauch is the best dad in the whole world.
I'm celebrating my amazing dad. Happy Father's Day, Dad. I love you. Happy Father's Day, Dad. I love you.
I'm extremely thankful for everything you've done for me in my life. Like I said, I would not be where I am or would not be the person that I am today if it wasn't for you. So hope you have a great day. Love you, miss you, and see you soon.
Happy Father's Day. I love you, Dad.
Happy Father's Day, Dad.
Happy Father's Day, Dad. I love you.
I look forward to hanging out a ton soon.
Happy Father's Day. I love you, Dad. I miss you so much, and I will see you soon.
How about that?
Oh my goodness.
Didn't he have a dip in for that? Did he
No, stop.
I thought he was on the ground like hunting. He was actually on a picnic. But I will say, do you see the difference between the quality of Matt Warner's family
I did know.
phone and your family?
We gotta
you
get
gotta
you
get them an
who's
upgrade.
your provider?
Like, what is
No,
that?
I'm kidding.
Do they have
fine.
droids? I had to put it through
I don't
so many
understand.
different.
No, it's just a regular
Sorry,
iPhone.
Dina, but
That was good. Thank you for
happy Father's Day. A little
Emily.
belated, but I didn't want to do it last week.
Emily.
that. Thank you for that.
What?
I mean, I'm all
Yes,
teary-eyed, and
look,
I
it's all
don't get teary-eyed very often.
No.
Well, I have the full videos.
Oh my
If you want to see the full
goodness.
videos from your kids.
My
or I
favorite
can-
part was Jared just tearing him down.
Yeah, I knew y'all
You
loved
just
that.
went right at you.
Yeah.
Overrated.
Yeah, overrated.
Cocky, arrogant. Yeah.
Overrated.
Yeah, that's
The one
good.
that doesn't get mentioned enough, overrated. Like
Yeah,
that.
yeah, that was good.
His
You said one that
delivery.
doesn't get mentioned enough.
And one that doesn't get
That's
mentioned
so
enough.
him.
Yeah,
It's
that's
so
right,
funny.
that's right up his alley.
Exhibit A, this whole pickleball.
Yeah. He
So
nailed it.
really good stuff.
Thank
You guys
you,
have
Emily.
sweet kids.
That was
Yes.
incredible.
Yeah, happy Father's Day. But more importantly, back to Liberty
Right.
Athletics and what this whole show is about. We have a conversation with Kyle Road that we should just get to
Let's do it.
right
Let's do
now.
Let's do it.
Our next summer series guest.
Summer series is
You know,
rocking.
we have Darius
Full
McGhee. Darius calls in last week.
He didn't have time to stop by.
And then we got Kyle Road. He's
Yeah.
like, you want me to come in person?
He
to the
came,
Flight
on,
Central?
he came on his private jet.
Kyle said, "Put me on the next flight."
Came on his
Flame Central
private jet.
podcast is calling.
Yes.
I got to
get me on the private jet.
Yeah.
The
Get
jet
me there.
is powered by Alcova Mortgage.
Yes.
Yes.
And yes and yes.
Kyle Road, what's going on?
Man, it's been an awesome summer. I'm glad to be here. This is definitely the highlight so far.
Right. Okay.
Thank you.
All right.
I'm
What are you two
going.
laughing about?
Right.
Darn right, it's a
What?
highlight.
So you share what's been going on this summer in the world of Kyle Road.
It's been a little different than summer school and just Liberty basketball. So
Yeah.
it's been amazing. It's I've been able to work out for a few NBA teams and just kind of go through that whole process and even still be in Lynchburg, which has kind of been cool to have home base and meet the new guys, play pickup with them some. So it's weird not being on the team and being in that day to day, but it's also been a blessing. So
How the new guys looking?
really good, man.
Is
Really
Coach
good.
McKay
I can say
like,
whatever I
how
want now.
Right,
too.
that's true. You don't have to hold back. Yeah.
No, they look great. They look really good. They really good dudes, fit in well. So I'm excited.
All right, take me into this because we see, people that follow you on Instagram, they see like, oh, hey, you're with the Spurs today or you're with the Warriors or whatever. Like, Walk me through what one of those visits looks like. When you do they hey, we want you to come out, or your agent or whatever, and then walk me through what that whole thing looks like.
Yeah, so it's actually kind of crazy to me. So the agent will give you a text or a call. He'll say, hey, the Spurs want you to come work out. And it could be 3 days before, it could be a week before, whatever. So you kind of got to be on your toes. And they fly you first class most of the time.
Okay. You're a first class kind of guy.
Let's go.
First time flying
first class kind of guy.
I was just in the Four Seasons for the Warriors. So that was nice.
Me.
Yeah, that was nice.
You have to fly first class going cross country too.
Oh, cross country is I've done it 3 times now, just with the Jazz, Warriors, and Lakers. So it's definitely tough out of Lynchburg too.
Name dropping.
Yeah.
Lynchburg would not be my first hub to travel.
So normally I fly back into Roanoke because there's more options. But no, it's been amazing. They're all different, but all super similar in that you go through some medical testing, you'll go through some strength and conditioning stuff. The on-court portion will be an hour to 90 minutes. So they really want to get a feel for who you are as a person, how you operate. And also having Darius and Caleb go through that just a few years ago too really helped, because I was able to ask them all the questions.
Yeah. Are there typically other guys there with you that you're working out with? How does that look like?
Yeah, I've had all 6-person groups, so that way you can play 3-on-3,
Right.
you can play some 1-on-1, and I've had range from lottery picks in my group to probably undrafted guys too. So it's been really cool.
That's awesome.
How hard do they push you in those workouts? Are they pretty exhausting, or is it the intensity wise and the level of exertion that
Some are definitely more laid back than others, 100%. I think it just depends on the organization and what they want to see. The conditioning tests for some are brutal, and then others there's not really conditioning. They want to see you play more. So it just depends, I think, on the organization.
So what's the next step in finding out where you're going, what you're doing? I'm assuming you're going to play Summer League, which is in Vegas still? Vegas?
Yeah, still in Vegas. So,
Vegas, baby.
So hopefully get an invite to that. Had 6 workouts with teams, so hopefully get an invite for one of those. And yeah, now kind of just till the draft. I have no more workouts scheduled, which is kind of nice, but could change. could get a call today. And
After this, who knows? Once this podcast releases,
exactly.
Who knows?
It can blow up.
Exactly.
It's happened to other people.
Exactly.
So we have an effect.
Tag every NBA team.
Right. Exactly. Yeah.
So then kind of wait till draft night, see what happens, and then I was talking to Darius about it a little bit. He says normally they'll fly you out later that weekend or that Monday, and you do a mini camp for Summer League. And so if I get a call, I'll be ready.
Yeah.
So exciting.
It does look like, just based off what I've seen you post on Instagram, you're eating okay on these visits. You posted a breakfast, I think, in San Francisco that was
oh, come on.
I would fly cross country just for that breakfast.
100%. I do it again today. Well, the nice part is they give you per diem too. So the NBA per diem's a little nice.
Not too bad.
Yeah, it's not bad. It's not bad.
So when you go and talk with these teams, number one, I assume you're killing the interview portion, right?
I think
we're all confident
this
in that.
This has set me up well for the interview.
Thank you.
Yeah, right.
This is third time on, right? There's a podcast.
Right.
It's called preparation for life.
If we don't, if you don't get a deal that you like, we can kick Joe off the show, and you can be the next host.
Whoa. Into that real quick. What do you hear though in terms of what they see you being at the next level? Is there that kind of conversation? This is the role that we see you fitting into, or the type of player we think you could be?
Yeah, 100%. The interview could be watching a full game, or it could be just as simple as a literally conversation like this. Hey, what's your story, blah, blah, blah. Yeah. So it really depends. But I think the next level, obviously, the shooting and high IQ really is my 2 NBA skills that they say normally translates. And just being able to play with different guys, the versatility. I think that's been something amazing at Liberty. You've gotten to play with Darius McGhee, you've gotten to play with Caleb, Scotty, Miles, some of those guys. So you just gotten to play in so many different roles, and that's really prepared me. So I think those 3 things are kind of what they see.
How long did it take Coach McKay to get over that you're finally gone?
He's
and
over
leaving
it?
His team?
I'm just kidding.
How many months did he call you in the middle of the night crying?
I'm just
sort of hurts that he's over.
I don't know if he's over yet.
I thought he was still dealing with it.
Oh my gosh, that was such a quick result. He's over it?
No. We played pickup, I think it was last week, and we were walking down the tunnel together. He's like, man. And I was like, I know he's wishing that I had one more extra year, but I don't think we could pull it.
No, I don't think so. I don't think so.
When your game right now, as you transition, where are you putting your focus on where you have to improve and become better?
Yeah, I think the PIT was really awesome experience for me a couple months ago, right after the season, being able to play with
Portsmouth Invitational, for people that don't. Yeah. It's like the top senior draft eligible guys.
Yeah, 100%. And I think just the speed of the game is the biggest difference, right? 24-second shot clock. So really just focusing on the defensive end, being able to guard multiple positions, the shooting on the move, really big, and then just staying in shape. I think that's the biggest thing you see guys at these workouts. You can really tell who's in shape and who's not, especially in just a 3-on-3 setting normally, because you can't really hide. Just try to stay in shape. And I've been able to train with Coach Hornet here, strength and conditioning, and Coach, he's amazing, and been able to get work in with our guys too. So that's really
the decision making has to be so much faster, isn't it? Yeah.
Split second decisions. Everybody's taller, everybody's longer, so it's just making sure your game's as sharp as can be.
Man, making decisions. I could never play in the
NBA.
That.
Hey Matt, ask me if I have a hard time making decisions.
Do you have a hard time making decisions?
Yes and no.
Okay, yeah. Good.
Hey, did you
can
see
use that one.
Did you see the dad jokes that Coach McKay and Jamie Chadwell?
Jessie's literally laughing next to me. I think she had headphones in. I'm like, what are you laughing at? She's like, they just posted the dad jokes.
Embrace your mistakes, and then my wife. That was Coach
so
McKay.
good. So good.
He was. You tell Coach McKay was proud of that one.
Yeah.
Oh, he's been practicing for years. Every practice.
Delivered it. They delivered
Every
it.
practice. Every practice.
Yeah.
Coach McKay inside, he'll either have a dad joke, he'll ask you to name a capital of Idaho, or name a capital of a random state.
Oh, wow. Well, every coaching staff around the country, I feel like, always says, like, what we do here will prepare you for the next level. What have you seen from your 5 years at Liberty that you're like, well, you know what, now as I'm going through this process, that has me prepared to face this?
Oh, what Liberty does has prepared me to face any and every situation that I've been in. I've been in flights where I got in at 12:30, you have to be up at 6 and work out at 7. So just like so many different things that you learn at Liberty about your body and how the basketball portion is. The basketball portion is easy, right? Because the coaches are so good, X's and O's, and like literally drills we do at Liberty every day is what I'm doing in an NBA workout. So the basketball part's easy. It's the interviews. Are you prepared for? Can you handle? You can eat whatever you want, whenever you want. You can go to bed whenever you want. Like kind of, you know what I mean? Just those little things.
Having that discipline.
Those disciplines that they instill in you, and they love seeing that I bring a journal to meetings.
Oh, yeah?
That's been a big thing. So coaches always made sure we had journals in meetings and taking notes and things like that. So just things that separate Liberty men's basketball have really helped separate me in this NBA process too.
I'm a super positive person, but but if this NBA side does not work out, what's your backup plan?
Oh, I actually have an amazing deal with a team in Germany.
Breaking news here on the Flame Central podcast. Share it with the world.
Yes, actually, I have signed with a team in Oldenburg, Germany. And they're in the German BBL. So same league Scotty, Caleb played in a few years back, and Darius McGhee just signed there. So we're going to be in the same league, just like 2.5, 3 hours away from each other.
We need to get in touch with whoever the commissioner of this league is or whatever. We need to make sure to get the rights for that game. If you end up there when you and Darius play each other,
100%.
And somebody like WSET needs to create programming to show that. You know what I mean? Like we need to get that on.
Coach McKay is going to be on the jet at that game.
Yeah,
you know
he might.
I'm just kidding. So you guys
are
just hop
going to
on.
do Flame Central podcast powered by Alcova Mortgage.
Oldenburg.
You're just going to need you're going to need to explain how we translate that to German.
Right.
And I'm going to have to start practicing now.
My German.
Tell him you're German.
Just say raus. That means if you ever somebody to go away, get lost, and my grandmother used to say it to me all the time. She's full-fledged German. Yeah. Came over on the boat, full deal. She'd say, raus! Means get out of here.
Yeah.
That's all I know.
Don't say that to your wife.
Yeah, but
not ideal. Not ideal.
Just say something that doesn't really make sense and be like, raus! Then they leave.
They leave. I don't know if I would try that.
Yeah, you probably edit that portion.
Yeah,
I'm
right.
just kidding.
But how is your wife Jess taking this, and is she excited about this
journey? It's not just you.
Yeah, 100%. She is fully ready to go. It feels like, honestly, like a little bit that like she's been packing and waiting, and I've been traveling a lot, right? So she's like ready to travel too and do some stuff.
So if you do go to Germany, when would you go?
First week of August is what it's looking like. Second week of August. Yeah, so super quick. So we have our lease here till mid-July, so that's nice, and we'll get to go home for a couple weeks.
Perfect.
In Kentucky.
Sure, you can bunk up with Coach McKay.
Yeah, right. If I need to. Yeah.
Or you sleep on the pickleball court.
Come to the compound.
Darius did mention that you've reached out about advice during this process.
100%.
May not have been from him, but what's the best advice that you've received during this chapter?
I think he's just told me more than anything, just to kind of stay in the moment, right? Like it could look so different day to day. You can just have so many different things, but just kind of being who you are. And what you are is good enough, right? Like who you are has got you here, and that's what teams don't need you to be anything else. Off the court, on the court, they want you for you. So I think that's been really cool. That just get a pull from him, because he's really got to go through it. So it's been cool.
It's funny because when we talk to him, he's like, I'm the rookie. I'm having to do like some rookie things, but then it's awesome that he's still been able to give you guys advice. So when you are done with these workouts with these 6 teams, do they give you feedback, or like what's the trend that you've received, or do they just kind of like, all right, see you, bro? Like,
it's actually crazy. So some teams will tell you exactly how they thought you did, exactly what they want you to see before the workout, maybe after the workout. And some teams you just get on a flight, like you're out of there by 3 o'clock.
oh my gosh, I would be so bad at handling that.
It was crazy. So like I was actually in Utah, so my flight got delayed here out of Lynchburg like 8 hours.
Shocker.
8-hour delay. 11. I didn't leave till 7 p.m. So I got to Utah, and I was back in Lynchburg the next day. So I was in Utah literally less than 14 hours. Wow. It was crazy. So like some are quick trips, and then others like this West Coast swing that I got to have where I was just Lakers and then San Francisco for the Warriors. It was just nice to be able to kind of relax out there for a few days, and that's when I got that breakfast.
Yes.
So that was nice.
Has there been either guys that you've played with or coaches or people that you've seen that there's been kind of like a, whoa, okay, this is the real deal kind of moment? Like these are the guys that I've been I've seen, for years. Has there been any kind of moments like that?
I think Brad Stevens was probably the one for the Celtics. So. Like I'm in the weight room just getting weighed in. I turn around, he's like, Kyle, great to have you here. I'm like, yeah, great to have you too. Kind of deal, right? Like, right. But he was really cool. And then, I mean, honestly, like all the GMs have been in there. So like the Mike Dunleavys or the Rob Pelinkas. So like, those guys just from like growing up, and so that's been really cool. And it's one of those things where you act like you've been there, and then at the same time you're like, this is awesome.
That's so cool. All right, well, we'll try to get the podcast on the road in Germany to catch that game. Perfect. But we are so happy that you had the chance to stop by. We're so happy for you, and can't wait to see where you end up and what happens.
Hey, Kyle, have you seen my flamethrower yet?
I have. I just saw that with Cooley, and I just saw that.
Yeah, you come over and shoot it sometime.
Deal.
More welcome. A lot of fun.
Deal.
Let's not do that before you're about to do like an NBA
Can we tell a story about that?
It's
Well, Kyle's here.
legit.
So that night, I was going over to Joe's to play pickleball, and Joe's like, hey, I want you to come a little early to shoot video of this. I'm doing this commercial. Can you shoot it? I'm like, yeah, I'll shoot on my phone. Yeah, no problem. He's like, okay, so I want
awesome,
you. He goes, I want an angle of him shooting the flamethrower at the camera.
He started out hiding behind the tree.
I'm like, okay. I'm like, I'm gauging like how far can you shoot it? Test cup. I'm like, okay.
Did you sign a waiver?
No. What are you kidding?
Waivers at the
So I get down there. I'm like on the ground. I'm shooting it. I think I'm far enough away. Cooley fires it up, and I'm feeling gasoline just all over, shouting gasoline, and I'm like,
he didn't.
Did you break
this is awesome. I was like, yeah, held it as long as I could, and then just bailed out of there. It didn't catch, but like when that gas starts hitting you,
then you get Matt running on fire.
Right.
Through the hot compound.
No, I had no goggles. No, it was just me and my phone.
Where were you?
I don't get invited to the yacht compound. Women aren't allowed there.
But it could have been a very different ending to that commercial.
This is not difficult. Okay? If your light's on fire, it's a very simple process.
Yeah.
Stop, drop, and roll.
I don't know. Done. Yeah.
Is that for flamethrowers, or is that just?
That is before we started. Joe
needed a write-off.
Joe says, does everyone know the stop, drop, and roll method? Good. Okay, let's go.
We're good.
Like that is an awful, horrible idea. I would never.
Yeah, it worked out.
It probably got the same views as some of our other stuff from Flame Central. But Kyle, I'm so sorry you had to go through this again.
No,
as soon as you go overseas, we'll be calling you.
Yeah, hopefully we can do this every summer in person.
Let us know. Seriously though, let us know when you know about Summer League. We'll hop on a flight and we'll go meet you out there.
Love it.
We'll do
Vegas?
It.
I'm not going to Vegas, but maybe the guys will meet you out there.
We'll meet you out there.
Yeah, we'll meet you out there.
Yeah. All right, well, good luck, and we'll be in touch.
Awesome. Thanks, guys.
Awesome stuff from Kyle Rowan. Excited to see where he ends up.
He is our most frequent. He's a three-time visitor to Flame Central podcast.
I think you're right.
He's a crowd favorite.
You know what though? And obviously we want Liberty athletes to do well and succeed and stuff like that. But he's a guy that's just so easy to root for. And it's because and you even heard him when he was talking, like, that he isn't taking any of this for granted.
Yeah, enjoy it
right?
all.
Wherever he ends up,
Yeah.
wherever he goes,
Right.
he's going to absolutely make the most of it and be a great representative and just appreciate everything that comes his way.
And we were kind of talking, obviously you want them to end up in the NBA highest level so it looks the best for Liberty basketball, but if it's me, I'm trying to like go see as many countries and cultures as I can and like experience overseas.
And to be able to go with your wife, like that's a
Yeah.
different thing than if you're single, right?
Yeah.
You're getting to experience all of this, take in so many different cultures. Yeah, they'll have
There's
a blast.
really not like a
cool.
bad situation that you end up in if it doesn't work out for the NBA and like being over
awesome,
here. We do have a couple athletes for the Olympic trial.
Olympic trials.
Trials.
Yeah.
I know Caledon is running a little bit later this week.
Come on, Cal.
Sam Chalanga, Liberty
Chalanga.
alum, running again, and also I believe Carson Waters, pole vaulter, is also in the trials.
Awesome.
So, yeah.
So best of luck to all of them. You guys have any other stories?
Yeah, I
that-
got a good story.
You got one?
Is
Yeah.
it that story that you
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you. It's such a good story.
Okay.
just so,
Okay, okay,
use the
so-
restroom, not like
Yeah, okay, that's fine. Whatever. So I'm going to Williamsburg this
Yeah.
weekend, right? Reese's lacrosse tournament,
Yeah.
and wake up in the morning. It's an early game, right? It's an
Right.
early game, and so I have my coffee,
Right.
And that causes some things to
Sure.
stir, right?
Sure, we all understand that.
And so I go into the bathroom, find the place to go in the bathroom, and I'm in the bathroom,
Right.
and I'm getting ready to leave, and I think to myself, I really feel bad for the poor soul that has to come in here next,
Yeah.
right? And so as I get out of the bathroom, I'm washing my hands
Right.
there, and I look over my left, and there's a certain type of machine on the wall that
Women use,
that's
yeah.
not
Yeah.
used in a men's bathroom.
Right.
And then it hits me. I don't think I'm in the men's bathroom.
Right.
And then I look to my right, and there's a woman washing her hands next to me. And I look at her and I said, I'm in the women's bathroom, aren't I? And she looks at me and she says, yes, you are. Right? And I was like, oh boy, I really did it good this time.
Yeah.
And I looked at her and I said, hey, it's 2024, baby. I'm out of here. And I walked right on out.
we were unsure, and that still might be edited out
No,
of the
that's
show,
a great
but-
story.
Oh
Yeah.
my
It was an honest
You know what?
mistake. It was an honest mistake.
We've all been there.
Sorry about
We've
that.
all been
I
there.
We've all
actually
been
do
there.
have
all been
a
there.
like a little bit of anxiety. Like I double check to make sure. But I guess it's a little different for women because like I see like you're
Well, then what you'll get sometimes is like you'll go to a restaurant, right? Like, oh, the Cracker Barrel always has the men's on this side and this one, and then you go to another one and you start to make the
Yes,
turn.
it's
It's like,
honest
whoop,
mistakes.
switcheroo.
It happens.
Well, you know, it happens. It happens.
Sort of like something happened to you.
You have any stories,
You have
Em?
any stories, Emily? You need to tell?
okay.
Do you need to tell the story?
I have a heavy foot. I got a speeding ticket.
Yeah,
I
you
usually
did.
get out
If
of them.
Emily's not on next week's
Yes,
show,
you
it's because
did.
she's been put on probation.
She can't get a ride here.
yeah.
She needs a ride here.
I'm coming up on an electric bike.
Yeah.
That would be awesome.
Oh my
Do you know
gosh.
what happened to Matthew? This is bad. It was so
We
we had the JPL playoffs, right? And so he was playing against Connor, who's young, and then 77.
Matt's young.
Matt's very young. 77-year-old Buddy Moore, who is the biggest Liberty Flame supporter.
stays at every
If there's a
game.
softball
Every game.
game, Buddy's there.
Yeah.
If there's a baseball, Buddy's there. Football, basketball, you go
Volleyball,
volleyball. Buddy Moore is there. He's been a lifelong Liberty supporter. Well, Matt and his partner Rambo were trying to just go after Buddy big time, and Buddy fought them off. Game 5 series, Matt went down to 77-year-old Buddy Moore, and when it was
To
over,
be fair, I had a teammate, so it wasn't just me.
Well,
okay?
yeah,
It was a
Matt
team.
and his team. That's fair. That's fair. It was double. But when it was over, Emily, he gave me exactly what I was looking for.
What?
Last point, he turned and he threw that racket as hard as he could against that back fence. I thought he ripped the net screen. He threw it so hard, and then he stormed.
This is why they have to pay dues now,
he
because you're ripping
stormed
down
out
the
of there. You stormed out of there, man. And you know what? You left your Kansas City Royals hat behind. I've got
did
it
I?
for you, buddy.
Okay.
I've got
I
it for
actually
you.
went and had a cream soda
Did you
by
have
the
a-
pool.
Did
I
you?
sat there for another 10 minutes. And I'm
He
like,
couldn't
well,
drive like that.
Yeah,
can't
I was like,
drive.
no, I had to cool off.
I can't drive
I had
like
to
that.
cool
Somebody
off.
give that man a cream
I
soda.
had to get a cream soda, cool off for a while.
Oh
yeah, I
my
did.
gosh. Well, this is a Flame Central podcast,
Yeah.
a place where you can come
For
to have
stories
JPL
about people
updates.
you don't really care about.
Yeah.
Why
All
are we
the
telling
updates.
these
I don't
stories?
know.
All the updates, and it is powered by one man, Joe Jauch, Alcova Mortgage,
We've been
where
cranking
you
them
can
out.
go to buy your own home, to build your own pickleball compound.
That's right. And the flamethrower, go watch the flamethrower video starring Brylan Green and Quentin Cooley talking about how you can receive up to $5,000 off your closing cost. We've been closing them. We're still closing like crazy. We're closing like crazy.
Matt Warner put his life on the line to shoot that video.
Yes, he
so
did.
You got to go watch it.
Yeah, a little gasoline on the arm. It happens.
Never hurt anybody.
Stop, drop, and roll. It's easy.
Awesome. We'll have more of our summer series of the Flame Central podcast powered by Alcova Mortgage next week, so be sure to tune in. For Joe and Matt, I'm Emily. We'll see you then.
ya.